welcome to Sports with Charity. I'm Charity Chambers, and today we're going to be talking about Tim Tebow and what's going on in his world. But before we get started, I always like to start off with a quick question that you probably don't know the answer to. So the question is, what are the only 2 days of the whole year that there are no professional sports games played? That's including the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, and the NHL. So there's only 2 games in the whole entire year there are no professional sports games played. I bet you don't know the answer to that. Anyways, let's get to talking about Tim Tebow. As you can probably tell, I'm ecstatic to talk about this. Let's just get to it. Tim Tebow used to be a Denver Bronco, as you might know. He never started a game his rookie season, 2010. Went to the Broncos, never started a game. And they finished the season 4-12 with Kyle Orton as their quarterback. So, going into the 2011 season, they didn't know whether to start Kyle Orton or Tim Tebow as quarterback. This is just a typical case of coaches not believing in their quarterback. And if your coach is not believing in you, then your team is basically just in for it. So, Tim Tebow finally got his chance to start in the 2011 season, but he only started in 11 of those games. He didn't start at the beginning of the season. Keep that in mind. Didn't start at the beginning of the season, but he did start 11 games. Those 11 games that he did start, he won 6 games in a row. And that's not including the other games that he won. He just won 6 in a row. That's major for a first-time starter to win 6 games in a row. And ask anybody, not only the city of Denver was excited about Tim Tebow, the whole state of Colorado was excited about Tim Tebow. Ask Woody Page. He lives in Colorado. He can tell you about the excitement that was built around Tim Tebow. Everyone loved him, and I truly believe that America got to love Tim Tebow not only as a football player, but as a person. If you've ever seen any of his late fourth quarter comebacks, you would just realize that they really looked miraculous. It's crazy. I can't really explain it. You just have to see it. He comes back in a way that it just gets everybody excited. So, he leads the team, the 2011 Broncos, to a playoff berth. They made it to the first round of the playoffs. First time done in 5 years for the Broncos. That's major. That's very key. And keep in mind, they finished off the regular season 8-8. The previous season, they were 4-12. A person that's never played in the NFL before takes a team from 4-12 to 8-8. That's a major deal. And he was able to do that, and he was able to take them also to the playoffs. So, made it to the first round of the playoffs, as many as you know, and they are playing the Steelers at Pittsburgh. They are playing them as Pittsburgh, and it was a very, very close game. Went to overtime. Broncos have the ball. First play of overtime, Tebow throws a pass to number 88, Demaryius Thomas, and it's an 80-yard touchdown pass. They win the first round of the playoffs. Make it to the second round of the playoffs. So, everybody's excited about Tebow. The whole state of Colorado is excited, loving Tebow. Everybody in the stand has on a Tebow jersey. Everybody loves him. What do you know? During the offseason, they trade Tim Tebow to the New York Jets. Okay, now I do have to say, they were a little, like I said, the coaches didn't believe in Tebow, obviously. But they kind of sort of had a reason not to, because he did throw 6 interceptions in the 11 games that he did start. But still, he won those games. So, if you win, does it really matter? Wouldn't you rather win than, I just feel like it's common sense, but whatever. So, he gets to the Jets. Here's another case of a coaching staff not believing in one quarterback. You went from Denver, where they had Kyle Orton and Jay Cutler battling it out for a while, and then Kyle Orton and Tim Tebow battling out for a little while. They could never be set on just one quarterback, not believing in their coach. Same way that in New York, Tim Tebow versus Mark Sanchez. Coaches not believing in just one quarterback. And that's when you begin to have a problem. Players don't really know what's going on. They don't know who's coming in at what time, and it's just a really big mess. But here's my thing with Tim Tebow. If he had a coach that believed in him, that really believed in him and what he can do, and really tried to work with him and build the offense kind of around him, no telling what he would be able to do. I mean, he took a team from being 4-12 to 8-8 his first time playing in the NFL. Imagine what more he could have done. This is just, I just really hope that Tebow gets traded to another team, signs with another team. So with the coaching staff that really believes in him, because I believe he is a force to be reckoned with. Because I think partially because he has God on his side, Jesus Christ, but that might just be one of my personal opinions. But if he has a coaching staff that truly believes in him, you better watch out for him. It would be crazy. So those are my thoughts on Tebow, and I have the answer to the question for you. So the question was, what are the only 2 days of the year that there are no professional sports games played? And the answer is, it's the day before and the day after the MLB All-Star Game. There are no games played on those 2 days. And so, thanks for watching. Next time, I will be talking about the NBA and who I think is going to win the championship. I'm already going to be talking about that, who I think is going to make it to the playoffs, who's the best team in the NBA right now. So please watch again and leave comments about Tim Tebow below and what are your thoughts about him. And follow me on Twitter. All right, thanks. That's C2 with Sports for You.